Hey. Hi, everybody. This is Tori from Avalon Enchanted, and I am a practitioner that focuses on a lot of Egyptian energy. I've actually been to Egypt twice and have had some amazing experiences. It has been such a life-changing, life-altering event with these two different trips to Egypt that I actually have joining me Mohamed Ramadan, who we've paired up with to create a wonderful opportunity, a learning opportunity, a spiritual opportunity for people to be able to grasp a lot of the Egyptian ideals, ancient Egyptian ideals and processes. So I specialize in Sekhem Reiki, which is an Egyptian Reiki. And I have a small studio space in Wickford, Rhode Island. I see people all over the world in person as well as remotely. And I do a lot with one-on-one personal coaching, in particular for people to find their potential and to find their path. So I'd like to introduce my partner in crime, so to speak, Mr. Mohamed Ramadan, who is joining us today and will also be co-facilitating some really great information that's coming up on July 14th. So Mohamed, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mohamed Ramadan. I'm an Egyptologist, tour guide, and work in Egypt. I'm so specialized more in the spiritual aspects of the ancient Egyptian life and how it was running in a way that people connect to their gods in the time, which is of course influences their life. And at the part of um, info that can't be sometimes alive for everyone. So this is a good opportunity for us that we can deliver the information and this knowledge for the people that they can't attend or they cannot come to Egypt in a very simple way. And in the same time, it's more open like a lecture. Sometimes in the sites, we don't have enough time to explain everything. But of course, in the lecture, we focus in one topic and we try as much as we can to bend each topic with the previous one and what's coming next, like what we're going to do today about priestess. Okay, it's depend about what we already have in the last class when we talk about medicine and how the priests play a very important role in the life in ancient Egypt. The same today or the next 14th of July, we're going to discuss about the priest and the priestess. We will talk about the historically when the priestesshood started in ancient Egypt, the type and the titles, all the priests, and what's their responsibilities and what they do already in the temple, how they can help and how they influence it, the society and influence it by the society as well. Then we will go to see how the priestess play a very important role in the politics and religious system in ancient Egypt. From the pre-dynastic time till the late period, how priestesshood was so important and so holy in the ancient time until the time that priests are declared or disappear from the ancient Egyptian life at all and became very weak in the time. And through that, we will see that there is a lot of type of priests. We call them the pyramid, started by the high priest. We will see the title, what's his responsibilities, and the second level, the third, until we reach for the priests that they just work like serving inside the temple. And the way how the priests were selected, how they can reach to be a priest in ancient time, and how you can have the highest level of priesthood to be like the main priest in the temple. At the same time, it's so important to understand what are the rituals that people in ancient Egypt used to do it by their own selves, and what they can't do without a priest lead the ceremony or the ritual. It's very important because we will see later that the people, when the priest himself uh, involved in the politic positions and the politic situation, and they start to look to be a ruler and governor and maybe a king in the time, they lose the higher consciousness that they had in the ancient time, and that's why the people doesn't go too much to the temples, and that's create this kind of mess at the end of the late period and make the priesthood completely disappear from the ancient Egyptian life. So that's just like a kind of conclusion of what the next lecture can be, especially that we already have some classes before. We study the ancient Egyptian religion system, and we study the priesthood. We study, sorry, the medicine in ancient Egypt. We study the mythology. So now we're going to see the key to the religious and how they deliver the knowledge from the God to the public, because the priests are the medium between the gods and the deities and the public. So we want to explore what the priestess used to do in the ancient life. I think will be open another gate for maybe the next level, which we are going to see on 8.8. So that's all what I can talk about.
So yeah, we definitely are. We've been doing this since I believe March or April, and Mohamed and I have been working together to create some amazing content for people who have an interest not only in ancient Egypt and ancient Egyptian culture and history, but also the spiritual side of ancient Egypt. And we have been conquering, I would like to say, a topic a month, doing this special presentation work. Because Egypt is so incredibly magical, this is something that is very important to us. And it's also important to share with other people who are on their path, wanting to explore more about ancient Egyptian theology, wanting to explore more about the gods and goddesses of ancient Egypt, as well as the Egyptian magic. So we are really, really delighted to be able to bring you this information. Me from Jamestown, Rhode Island, and Mohamed, who lives actually in Luxor, Egypt, and has such great connections with all of the different temples and tombs, and so on. So this is why we're doing what we're doing. And the role of the priest and the priestess is so incredibly important. It's not just a spiritual role, but there's a lot more to it that maybe people might not necessarily understand or know about. So this is why we're shining this light on the priests and priestesses of ancient Egypt, because they were so heavily embedded into the ancient Egyptian culture, both spiritually and politically. So it makes a lot of sense. So that's why we want to make sure that people are aware of what we're doing and want to make sure that people are really interested in attending. We have some great topics that are coming up down the road. So how I want to just clarify, how do you get tickets? Well, you use the link, which is attached here. If you're familiar with Eventbrite, you go to the Avalon Enchanted page there on Eventbrite, and you can purchase your ticket. The event is actually going to take place on Sunday, July 14th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So I know, Mohamed, that is what, 9 o'clock your time, 8 o'clock your time, somewhere in there?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because you're 7 hours ahead of us here
Yeah.
on the East Coast of the United States. So this is a great opportunity if you're looking for something to do on Sunday, the 14th. Fire up your laptop and participate. We always have amazing, amazing conversation and discussion. We also always have some amazing connections to these different sites through meditation. So with me being a hypnotist. I'm able to bring people on some really amazing journeys. And we do definitely connect with these different locations, as well as some of the different priests and priestesses and gods and goddesses. So we do hope that you'll join us for this date. So again, get your ticket now, and hopefully we'll see you on the 14th. And we do hope everybody takes care. Mohammed, anything else you want to add?
No, thank you.
Okay. Well, again,
Yes.
check us out on Eventbrite under Avalon Enchanted, and purchase your ticket. It is $88. And usually the event runs probably 3 hours, so you definitely want to be comfortable, and we hope to see you soon. Have a great day whenever you're watching this. Thanks again.